Well, good morning and welcome back to the Sudoku channel. It is the 16th of April 2023 and it's actually a beautiful morning here. I'm coming to you from Youghal by the Sea here in Ireland over in Europe, and this is part 2 of a two-part video. The first part we did all the basic techniques for solving a Sudoku puzzle, and the puzzle is I think 5662. Anyway, it's up there. I've had a look at some of the replies that have come back in part 1, and there's a link down below to part 1. Have a look at the comments there, one from Glen and one from Ross. Glen was the first one back with a solution, so I will do Glen's solution. And I had another solution which, well, it gets rid of the same possible, just a different way, so I'll go through that as well. But we'll start off with Glen's way. Now before we do that, there's a little bit of cleaning up to do. Here we have two doubles. If you haven't come across doubles before, down below in the comments there's a link there to a tutorial on doubles. Have a look at that. It means you can't have a 4 or 9 anywhere else in this house. So we get rid of that 4, that 9, that 4, that 9, that 9. That's all we can get rid of there. And down here we now have a pointing triple, we'll call it. All right, I haven't come across this before. So we have 3 4s here, and they're the only 3 that can be up here in this column. Therefore we can't have it anywhere else in the house, leaving us with a 2 9. That gives us 2 9s up there. We also have 2 8s and 2 2s. And we have over here, we have 2 9s. And the way I solved it was making use of all these binaries that are around the place. And just going back on the scheme that came out last week. And if you look at the comments from part 1, you'll see one there from Glen where he describes using binaries and things like that to try and work out chains, which is something that is very dear to my heart. And he gives an example of a chain that goes all around the place, and that's basically what I did as well. But first, let's have a look at how Glen sorted out this one, because it is interesting. Glen calls these W wings. Unfortunately, I can never ever recognize W wings, so this is something that just doesn't come naturally to me, but I can understand what he's saying. If you look at column 2, because that's what he says, that he's what's he called, keying off the number 9 in column 2, so maybe that makes some sense to yourselves, but I can understand here. What he's basically saying is, if this is a 9, then that is not a 9 and it must be a 4. Alright, so that's the start of it. Well, now, the other option is that this is not a 9. Well, if it's not a 9, then this is the 9. If that's a 9, that's not a 9. This is a 4. Therefore, all these are not 4s. So whether that is a 9 or not a 9, this is not a 4. Okay? So that's one that would go. Then he says the same thing happens with this. If that's a 9, that's a 4. Otherwise, this is the 9. Well, if that's a 9, that's not a 9. It must be a 4. If that's a 4, then this one also is not a 4. Right? That's the way he does the two of those. Okay, now I'll just go and show you the way I do it using chains, because if you don't understand W wings, or you don't see W wings as easily as Scott does, and I don't know how you do it, Scott, whereas I usually just see chains. So I do it now in terms of chains. And now for the chain method. Basically, we're going to target the same 2 4s, this one and this one. And we start as Glen did with this one up here, which means I want the chain to end here and begin here. All right. Now, we start off here. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. That's not a Snyder pair. That shouldn't have been. Oh, that was a mistake I made earlier on. Okay. Anyway, starting off here. It's off, on, off, and that now is a weak link. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. So we started there, end it here targeting this. And just to prove it, since there was a weak link in there, it should be able to work both ways. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. And the key is that when you're starting on a weak link, you must be on an on, off, on. Now, if you haven't done strong weak links or alternating inference chains, go down there to the comments and you'll find some tutorials on it. Well worth looking them up. But anyway, with that chain, we can now get rid of this one here. Now, to target this one, we're going to again have this as one end of the chain, but this time this will be the other one now, not up here, it'll be down here. And again, we have a weak link here, and it is off, on, so that's okay. So off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. I'll just prove it, go back to the way. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. We're on a weak link. Off, on. So after doing all that, we can get rid of this one here. So Glen's method, this is where we ended up as well. And according to his notes, he says, thus 4 is solved in column 9 and breaks the puzzle. Okay, Glen, I'll take your word for it. Let's see now. So we're going to have a 4 there. And that 4, we got rid of a 9. So that means this is going to be the 9 here. And there was no 4s anywhere else. Oh, there's one over here. Sorry, I went away from the microphone there. So we get rid of that one. This 9, get rid of that one there. And this one down here. And we have an 8 here, which we get rid of these 2 8s over here. And that one down there. Okay, so far so good. Oh, the 8 gets rid of that one there as well. So while I'm here, that 4, nothing over there, and nothing down here. The 8 over here, get rid of a couple of 8s down here, I think. 2, 3, 4. And that is all it will do. Now I just noticed we only have a single 8 left in here. So that is our 8 here. And get rid of that one and that one. And get rid of that one. By getting rid of that one means this is now going to be our 8 for this house. I'll come back to that now in a minute. The one over here gets rid of that one there, making that the 9 for the row. And gets rid of that one there and nothing else. Yes, it is coming together quite nicely here now, isn't it? 2 goes. No other 2s there. There's a 2 down here. Getting rid of that means this is going to be the 2, but we knew that anyway. So back up to our 8. And there, oh, there's an 8 over here. And by the way, that's a double there of 3 9s. So we had the 8 there. We have, oh, the only one here now in this row is this one here. So that's our 1. And we got rid of a 6. That makes sense. This is the 6 here. No other ones anywhere, so that's our 6, and we have a 4 9, 4 9, and across this way we have a 4 9 and a 6 9. 2 4 9s there. It means we can't have a 9 here. That goes because that's a double there, a double in the row, giving us this 6. Gets rid of that 6 there, and we have a 9 up here. Get rid of that one, that one, that one. Bit of stuff to do in here yet. That one and that one. Now this 2, what will it do for us? Nothing much, but we have an 8 here as well. And that'll get rid of that one. And I think I am short of something here. We have 1 3 8. If we look at this one over here, we only have a single 8 in this column. That's my 8 for there. Get rid of that one, which gets us going again. I was getting a little bit worried there. 3 here. We'll get rid of that one, and I think that is it. Yeah, because that 3 will get rid of that one, giving us a 9. Gets rid of that one, giving us a 3. The 9 gets rid of that one there, and the 3 gets rid of this one here. So we have a 9 and an 8. doesn't do anything anywhere. But this 1, we get rid of that one, giving us a 4. Now that 4, get rid of that one, giving us a 9, getting rid of that one, and that one. 4 3s, 4 9s. Oh, okay, we've got 4 3 and a 4 3. That's a double for the row, so we can't have a 4 here. And now you see all the 4 9s around the place. They're going to fall apart now. The 9, that'll go, give us a 4. That 9 will give that one, give us a 4. Gets rid of that one, give us a 9. Getting rid of that one, giving us a 4. And that'll get rid of that one, giving us a 9. And we have a 4 down here. That 4 will get rid of that one, giving us a 3. And get rid of that one, giving us a 4. Come on. And that 4 goes, giving us a 3. And all we have left now is this wee 1 here. And we're all finished, boys and girls. Well, no, that were not hard at all, I have to say. Although, like everything else, if you know the answer, things aren't hard. But if you don't know the answer, they can be hard. So those of you who are just sort of beginning and haven't been using many of the advanced techniques, just concentrate on video 1, get that under your belt, and then learn from video 2 from all the other people that are looking here that come up with solutions. They're very good solutions. I liked Glen's solution there. Very, very nice. And one of these days, I also will crack W wings eventually. But anyway, look, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for... well, you know, keeping along with the channel really is nice. And what can I say to you now? Oh yeah, comments, thumbs up, what do you call that thing? Subscribe. Oh jeez, I'm just after knocking over the water and me watercolors. Oh, something had to go wrong. Okay, it'll take me a while to clean up this place. Yeah, subscribe if you can, and click the bell, and whenever I've cleaned up this mess here, I'll be back with another one. Okay, thanks for watching. Slán Tamil.